Hey founders, Kirk Mitchell with Candor Advisors here. Three tips or three things to be aware of this week of June 12th, 2023, before you take in an unsolicited offer from a potential buyer this summer. These are things that we're seeing a lot more of in the past weeks and months than we did a year ago. They are things to be aware of, maybe beware of. So the first one is highly structured offers. So these might look like fair offers in terms of the valuation or the multiple that the buyer is willing to pay, but there's very little cash up front. Let's say that it's a minority, 25 to 40% of the valuation number coming to you in cash up front. And the rest of the consideration for the buyout of your business is what we in the business would call structure. So this would be asking you to carry back a seller note or having an earnout so that some of your payments were contingent on some performance in the future, or retained or rolled equity in the business that you won't realize until or unless they sell the business another time down the road. Nothing wrong with these structures if you like your buyer and you believe in the strategy and you understand that you are actually holding on to most of the risk of running the business and not getting full value if those things don't come to pass. If you're okay with that, this structure can work fine for you. If you're like most of the sellers that we meet who'd like to get the bulk or all of their money in cash up front and right off into sunset, structure's not going to work for you. The other thing, and it might be connected to one of those kinds of deals, is an offer that starts with how attractive they find your business and what things might have looked like a year ago, but in the current environment. And the important thing is to reference the current environment or market sentiment or high interest rates, something that impacts their ability to pay full price for your business, and you should be sympathetic to. My advice to you would be that those are great things to be aware of. That's the buyer's problem, and it might postpone the outcome for your business, but it is not your problem unless you let it become your problem by taking a lower offer based upon some rationalization around the current environment. Look, there is close to $2 trillion out there in committed but uninvested capital, what we in the business call dry powder, looking for deals. And then there are a bunch of strategic buyers looking to buy businesses. So transaction volume is down, and at the margins, multiples are down a little. There are still businesses that are fetching the kinds of multiples they would have a year, 2 years ago if they're really, really high quality businesses. The last thing is some version of those first two things that also comes along with some level of concern about the risk of you continuing to run your business. For entrepreneurs who are, say, 60 to 80 years old, who are thinking about an exit, the buyer is going to take advantage of the idea that you're thinking about retirement and suggest that who knows how long this current environment's going to last. Multiples might never get back to where they were, and who knows what's going to happen to you. You're not getting any younger. They'll put this in polite and reverential terms, and they'll suggest it almost as if they're doing you a favor. So take it in, don't respond or react to it, but recognize this is a tactic. You've had the existential risk of running your business and building the value in that business for the last 10, 20, 30, 50 years. So don't buy into that idea. I'm not going to suggest to you that if you're 80 and you need to sell your business that you should assume you're going to live another 20 years. But I'm also going to suggest that chances are there is a way to get to an exit without this kind of existential risk they're suggesting. Anyway, so those are three of the things we're seeing a lot of. There are a number of other instructional videos on our website at candor-advisors.com. Go to the insights section. They're all free. And then the last piece is that if there's something specific we can help with, if you're thinking about doing something, you've been approached by a buyer, or you're curious about something we've mentioned in a prior video or something you've heard, hit the call to action button. That's that green button that says talk to Kirk, and give me a little bit of information about what you're looking for, and we'll get back to you. Thanks a lot. Have a great summer.